At the end of this week's Parsha, the Torah teaches us about the mitzvah of tzitzis. The Torah introduces this mitzvah with Hashem telling Moshe, Daber el bnei Yisrael v'yamarta aleihem, speak to the Jewish people and say to them. Our sages teach us that these seemingly extra words, v'yamarta aleihem, and say to them, come to teach us the importance of passing on teachings from one generation to the next. V'yamarta aleihem, say to the next generation. This is the mitzvah of education. Of all the mitzvahs in the Torah chose to remind us about this sacred duty, specifically in context of the mitzvah of tzitzis, because the mitzvah of tzitzis carries a very powerful message about education. When the Torah tells us about the mitzvah of tzitzis, it says, and you shall see them, and you should remember all the mitzvahs of Hashem, and you should do them. The Torah then continues to say, and you should not stray after your heart and after your eyes. As parents, we often find ourselves in a position where we need to say no. The results of saying yes to everything are self-evident. It's destructive. Parents and teachers need to have the courage to be able to tell children what not to do, who not to hang out with, what not to wear, and where not to go. So too, the Torah often tells us what we should not do. However, we will notice that before the Torah commands us what not to do, before the Torah tells us, and you shall not stray after your heart and after your eyes, the Torah is particular to give the positive commandment, and you shall see them. The Torah is teaching us that giving boundaries in the negative are only successful and useful if we are proactive in first giving positive, alternative, kosher opportunities and possibilities. There's no point in telling a child what they can't do, who they can't hang out with, and where they can't go, unless other equally attractive alternatives of what they can do, who they can be with, and where they can go are provided in advance. This simple yet timely message learned from the mitzvah of tzitzis provides a fundamental key in the continuity of vibrant Jewish children and people. Good Shabbos.